I woke up feeling that something was wrong. Not abruptly. No nightmare. Just a slight pressure in the chest, as if someone was standing next to me too close. I lay looking at the ceiling, counting the cracks, listening to the clock ticking in the kitchen. The morning was normal. Grey. Quiet. Just like hundreds of others. I reached out, put my hand under the pillow, and touched the paper. I froze. Slowly pull out the sheet. An ordinary scrap, torn from a notebook. Folded in half. There are several lines written with a ballpoint pen on it. You don't drink coffee today. It will be bitter. I reread it. And once again. The first thing I felt was irritation. The second thought is that someone was joking. Third, I wrote it myself at night. I unfolded the sheet completely. The paper was a little crumpled, as if it had been held in the hand for a long time. The ink is dry, but not old. Handwriting. Mine. Not similar. Not approximate. And mine. The same unequal T. The same habit of not adding a ponytail in D. Even a small spot, I always press the handle harder at the beginning of the line. I sat on the bed. I looked around. The apartment was locked. The door is on the chain. The windows are closed. The phone was on the cabinet, with no missed calls. I crumpled the note and threw it in the trash. I made coffee after all. She was really bitter. The next morning, the note was again under the pillow. This time it's shorter. You'll wake up at 6:42 again. Don't be surprised. I looked at the clock. 6:42. I was shivering at the cold. I checked the trash can. Yesterday's paper was there. Snumpled. I unfolded it. The ink did not smear. The note was real. I began to think logically. Maybe I'm walking in my sleep. Maybe I'm writing something and I don't remember. Stress. Fatigue. Lack of sleep. I put the phone on charge and turned on the video recording for the night. I woke up in the morning without a note. I breathed a sigh of relief. But the phone was off. And under the pillow lay another sheet. The camera won't help. You always turn it off at 3:17. I didn't remember the night. But on the phone screen, indeed, the recording was cut off at 3:17. The frame before, a dark room, and my hand reaches for the camera. I watched this video for a long time. Too long. A familiar feeling appeared in my chest, as if I was being watched, but not with my eyes. I began to be afraid to fall asleep. The notes appeared every morning. First, the little things. The downstairs neighbor will drill again today. You will be called at 2:05 p.m. Don't take it. The shuttle will be empty. It's normal. And all this was true. I tried to break the instructions. I picked up the phone and heard silence. I took a different route and still found myself where it was written. The handwriting did not change. I bought another notebook. Another pen. He hid everything written in the closet. The notes appeared on the napkins. On the back of the checks. Even on my palm there are thin letters, as if scratched by a fingernail. One day I woke up and the note was on my chest. I didn't scream. I didn't panic. Just lay and stare at the ceiling, trying not to breathe. You almost remembered. Take your time. Remembered what? I whispered into the empty room. Silence. The dreams became strange. I woke up with the feeling that I had not completely returned, as if a part of me remained on the other side of the dream. In the mirror, I sometimes saw myself with a delay. My imprint smiled a second later, or did not repeat the movement. Note the next morning. Don't look long. He thinks it's his home. I covered the mirror with a cloth. That same night I woke up to the sound of paper. A rustle. Slow. Rhythmic. I lay down without moving. Someone wrote. Not near. And in me. My hand twitched under the blanket, as if I was trying to get something out. I clenched my fingers. It hurt. The note in the morning was longer than usual. You are not the first, but you are closer than others. If you finish reading, don't hide it. I didn't know what you'll finish reading means, but I felt that the end was near. I decided not to sleep. For 2 nights I stayed on coffee and the cold light of the lamp. On the third, reality began to crack. The walls were breathing. The shadows moved. The clock was going back. At 3:17 the light went out. I was sitting in the dark and heard the paper looking for something. Not in the room. And in me. The morning came suddenly. I sat on the bed, not remembering when I went to bed. The note was under the pillow. Thick. From several sheets. All of them are written in my handwriting. It was a diary. About the days I remembered. And about those that didn't exist. Last entry. If you're reading this, it means I didn't have time again. You are me who still believes that I wake up. Don't hide the note. Put it back. Write the next one. I looked at my hands. They were shaking. It was warm under the pillow. It's like someone just took their head out of there. I took the pen, and I realized that I already knew what I would write. It's not the first time I've read it.